Korean Adoptee Music Video React. Welcome back, folks, to KAD Music Video React. I'm your favorite KAD and streamer, Gil/Protector6. Why do you say streamer? Because I also stream on twitch.tv. Just look up Protector_6 there. Protector6. But anyway, let's get right into it. For our KAD Music Video React this week, we have Everglow's La Di Da. So I have taken one listen. I wanted to do a blind react, but I'm doing my K-pop streams on Mondays now, and I am filming now on a Wednesday. So I have listened to it once, but only once. So I'm sure I'll have some new thoughts. One thing I can't help but say, but are the 80's back? Listen to the instrumentals. I feel like I'm listening to like Kit Rider or one of those 80's shows. And you can't say I'm wrong, right? It sounds like the instrumental sounds like an 80's American show. It's pretty cool. So my question is, are the 80's back? Because it's not just Everglow. Starting with JYP with When We Disco to now, we're hearing a lot of 70's and 80's sort of instrumentals. You know, Dynamite by BTS. And then I heard, gosh, there's another song that I'm blanking on that came out recently. But they're all going for these 70's, 80's instrumentals, and it's pretty cool. I enjoy seeing K-pop go in different direction than sort of the stagnant K-pop sound we've been hearing for the past couple years. So I'm all for it. So let's go and hear this 80's version, basically, of an Everglow song. Because this is very different. They're very much, if you think of Bonbon Chocolat, Goodbye Adios, Au revoir Adios. I think the title's just Adios, right? Yeah, it's just Adios, but that's part of the refrain. They're very EDM-ish, you know? So it's interesting. Like, I'm not saying they don't use electronic instrumentals, because 80's likes to use it as well. But it's a definitely different flow for them. So let's take a listen to La Di Da. Now, right now, it looks a lot like that movie based off that graphic novel, Sin City. But then it goes away from it once we hit the actual song. Which is interesting, they went black and white for this part. Listen to the instrumental. It screams 80's. Look at these outfits, screams 80's. Pretty cool. I like this pace. I love it's so reminiscent. It's like just thinking back of those old TV shows. And that's what I think of when I'm listening to TV. I don't know how I feel about a rap, this type of instrumental though. It's nice to see them do a little different style of singing as well, a little slower. Focus on more on vocals at times, like right now. I don't know how I feel about that chant. I like this part of the refrain. I don't like this part though. I think it's I like this part. I don't like the La Di Da part. It doesn't really fit with the instrumental. It's very Everglowish though to do that. Like Boom Boom Chocolat, Au revoir Adios. Like doing all those like refrain lines. They do something like what they just did for La Di Da. But I'm still not like totally on board for this, because I'm like expecting a Kit Rider song, almost, you know. And sometimes they make it sound like an 80's song, which is cool. But sometimes they try to impose modern into it, and it sort of doesn't match. It sort of clashes. Like this part, it doesn't really fit with the instrumentals in my ears. I really like this part though, this first part of the refrain. Then this part of La Di Da I really don't like. This part is good too. Now that La Di Da, that right there, I really don't like. The first half I'm okay with. I don't love it, but I'm okay with it. The second part where it's like a second chant is my issue with that refrain. Yeah, why would you do a rap like this when you're doing the sort of instrumentals? I know, but you have a rapper in K-pop songs, like, say, you know, we need our rapper to rap in every title song possible. But, like, I think AOA's proven you can make it so your rapper doesn't have to really rap and make it so obvious. AOA in, that song they did for that one program, oh gosh, Kingdom? Road to Kingdom? No, Queendom. The female of Queendom. They did a song where Jimin barely rapped at all and it sounded fine. Because it wasn't a song that called for a rap. La-di-da, that part right there, the la-di-da part. Not in love with that. I think the verses overall, other than the rap, are fine. I love the instrumentals. I love the actual singing portions of the refrain of La-di-da. As you could hear me, I'm like, yeah, this is grooving. And I was okay with the, like, when they start singing the la-di-da part, but, like, this last la-di-da, where they then, like, it's, like, a different auto-tune, I just hated that. Like, that weird chant. I wish they did less chanting. Like, normally I'm fine with chanting, but, like, it just didn't mesh. Because when you do your instrumentals and you make it sound like Kit Rider, not Kit Rider, Knight, I can't say Kit Rider, because the cars, or the guy is called Kit. Knight Rider. The show is Knight Rider, okay? Don't hate me. I wasn't born in the 80s. I watched so little of Knight Rider, okay? But, like, when you do that sort of 80s instrumentals, I don't love when sometimes they try to bring the modern, and the sounds just clash. Especially the rap. Don't need a rap. And some of that chanting. But overall, it's okay. I enjoyed parts of it. I think it's an uneven song. But they're definitely bringing 80s back, at least instrumental-wise. And I was very happy with those instrumentals. I'll give it 6 out of 10 Imperial Merit. That's a little low, but as I said, I think it's a very uneven song. There's some really good parts, some really high points, but then there's some really low points. The rap, some of those chantings did not mesh with the song. And that's the thing I don't like the most in a song. If you have parts in it that contrast each other, and they rip the song apart and they disrupt your experience. What I mean by that is that if you're listening to a song, you don't want to have to think. You just want to enjoy. You want to go dee-dee-dee-dee, like you're taking a leisurely stroll in the park. And then suddenly a wild dog comes and, like, blindsides you and hits you. Boom! You're like, what? That's what, like, songs where I'm just, like, in a song, I'm, like, leisurely walking. I just want to enjoy this. But the moment I get blindsided with something that seems sort of out of left field, it doesn't mesh well. Or it'd be like you're walking the park and then you see a Cerberus. You're like, what? Cerberus is real? What's Cerberus doing in the park? That's more like what I think about, like, when I listen to songs. And La-di-da had some Cerberus moments for me. As I said, the chants, some of the verses, the rap. But as I said, there's some really good parts in the song that make the song enjoyable to listen to. But I just can't love it due to the lows. So my thoughts, as I said, are love bringing 80s back, but parts of the song conflict with each other. And I just can't give it a higher than a 6 because of that. So those are my thoughts on La-di-da. Enjoyable song. I enjoyed it. I'll listen to it again. But I will never love it. Because there's too many lows. There's some great highs, but too many lows. But thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this reaction. If you did, please like, subscribe, and share. And comment. Please comment with future suggestions for KAD music video reacts, specific songs or music videos. I'd very much appreciate it. But thank you, and until next time, I'll catch you later. Be sure to check me out on my other socials such as Discord, Facebook, Twitch, and Twitter. Thanks. See you next time.